Hi guys, so back again, and this vlog is on a few book reviews. A lot of you will have known that last year I did the Goodreads challenge and I read 100 books in the year, and this year I thought I'll maybe not do as many this year. I'll maybe aim for about 48 books in the year, because then that works out at 4 books a month, which works out at a book a week. And it turns out that I'm something like 8 books ahead of schedule, so I should have just aimed for the 100 books. Anyway, I love reading, and here are a few of my favourite books from the last couple of months or so. The first book I'm going to tell you about is actually a non-fiction book, and I've got a wee picture of it here. I'm going to try and put this up on the screen somewhere. I don't know, have to try and be technical, but in case I can't figure that out, it's called The Noseband Year. How I Spent Less and Lived More. And I found this book quite fascinating because the girl that has written it had decided that she was spending too much interest on her mortgage and too much money was going to the bank that she wasn't seeing, and so she set herself this crazy challenge that she was going to spend nothing for an entire year, and any money that she earned was going to go straight towards paying off her mortgage. So she allowed herself like a minimal grocery budget, like I think it was £30 a week or something, and you know, the bare essentials, electric and whatever, but apart from that, nothing. So no going out to the pub, no concerts, no clothes, no eating out, nothing of a sort of a luxury thing. And although it was really drastic, and I would never be able to do it, and would never want to do it, it did make me think. It made me think about my own spending. What was I wasting money on, and stuff like that. And there were some parts in it where you thought, yeah, well, I mean, these are good ideas. Like, for example, instead of buying loads of microwave meals, she was cooking in big batches of things, and stuff like that, you know. But then there were other things that were just so drastic, like she didn't allow herself any money for face cream, and she didn't have any budget for travelling, so she was cycling everywhere, and because she was cycling everywhere, her skin felt really, really dry, and she said that after a few months she just looked so much older, and her skin felt terrible, and I thought, oh, I could not do that, because I am constantly slapping on the face cream. And she said that she started going around her cupboards trying to find anything that would do the job, like rubbing banana on her face and stuff, and she eventually ended up rubbing olive oil on her face to try and get some relief. And I thought, well, that's a bit drastic, I wouldn't be doing that. What else did she do that was a bit drastic? Oh, like she wouldn't spend any money on hairdresser or anything, so like she wouldn't get her hair dyed or anything like that. So she just said, or any money on makeup or anything. So she said she just looked awful, and I thought, I wouldn't want to do that. But I did kind of think, right, well, you know, what money do I spend on what? And then I thought, do I really need to be going to the hairdresser every Saturday? And as it turns out, yes, I do, because I tried not to for a couple of Saturdays. I'm terrible for going and getting a wash and blow dry. And then when I didn't do it, I missed it too much, and I thought, no, I've thought that, I'm going to keep doing it. But it is a book that makes you think, put it like that, and I love books that make me think, and when I put the book down, I'm still thinking about it, and that's a book that made me think. So that was interesting. The other book that I found fascinating was, I'm terrible I don't even want to admit to this, but it was a celebrity biography, but it was really good. And it was by Pauline Quirk, and here's a wee cover of it, and it's called Where Have I Gone, and it's about her weight loss journey. And I especially find this interesting because, as I will be explaining in a separate video, I have been doing Slimming World for a couple of months. So this book kind of resonated with me because I'm just interested in weight loss and all of that. Anyway, Pauline Quirke's story was pretty drastic because she was something like, I don't know whether it was 20 stone or 22 stone or something, but it was a weight where when she went to get on a plane, they had to put an extension belt around her, and that mortified her, and so she wanted to do something about it. And I think also it was when she had started working at Emmerdale, and she was really delighted to get the role, and she felt better about herself, and so she wanted to do something, you know, to, you know, show that she was feeling great. So she started off this diet, and she was just calorie counting and stuff, and it just didn't work for her, and she was getting nowhere. So she decided to do this thing called Lighter Life, where you basically eat nothing, no solid food whatsoever. Not a single morsel of food will go past your lips. She was sent 4 drinks a day, shakes, or I don't know what they were, but they were sachets, and then you put in boiling water and you drink these, and these were to have all the nutrients and calories that she needed for that day. And so basically it was complete food abstinence. I was thinking, this is like an alcoholic where they don't take the first drink. This is like a food addict where they don't take the first morsel of food, and then there's no debate in their head about, well, can I have that or can I have that, and how many calories are in that and how many calories are in that. There's just no argument in your head. You just take the 4 shakes and that's it. So she started to lose loads of weight, and she just came across as well as really lovely, really down to earth, and just really nice. And also I listened to it on audio, and because she's an actress, obviously the delivery was fantastic, and it just felt really natural, and it just felt like she was just chatting away to you. So it was a joy to listen to that. The next book that I loved was called Sister Sister by Sue Fortin. This is what the cover is like. I'll try and do it properly. And it's obviously about 2 sisters, and one of them, well, these 2 sisters haven't seen each other for years. They were basically separated when they were really young, and they've managed to find each other again. And they had all these expectations that it was going to be brilliant, and that they just click into place and everything would be hunky-dory. But it didn't work out quite like that. And one of the sisters is married with kids, very happy family and all that. And the other sister arrives over from America, and she's, how can I explain it? Well, the first sister that has the husband and the kids is quite jealous of this other sister because she's kind of muscles in. She's nearly muscling in on the husband, on the kids. It's as if this other sister's kind of trying to take over her identity. And so it's a psychological book, like a thriller, and it just leaves you thinking, like, what's going to happen here, and how is this going to pan out, and who's right, which sister's right, and what's going to happen. And it was just really nicely written as well. Like, there was a nice flow to it, and I liked the description of the family life and all of that. So that was good to listen to as well. And what was the next one? Oh yes, right. The next one, this is the last one actually, was by Jane Fallon, and it's called My Sweetest Revenge. And I've read quite a few of Jane Fallon books, and she is hilarious. And she is the long-term partner of Ricky Gervais. And the 2 of them must have some crack together because they're both hilarious. But the funny thing is that when I was listening to this book, the main character was talking about her partner, and all I could see in my head was Ricky Gervais, because I thought, you know, I was thinking Jane Fallon writing about Ricky Gervais, and so that didn't really click in my head. But anyway, it didn't affect my enjoyment of it. And it's about a woman who finds out that her husband is having an affair, and rather than just confront him, she is planning a revenge to get back at him, and she befriends the mistress and all this crack, and it's just hilarious, and there's so many twists and turns in it. It just keeps, like, the book just keeps moving all the time. It's brilliant. And she does have a real skill, Jane Fallon, of writing about characters that are really unlikable, really selfish, really nuts, but it's just so funny. So that was the 4 books that I've really enjoyed in the last couple of months or so. And so I will just wrap this video up quickly, and I'll see you soon. Bye.